some hell, you know what I mean. I terrorize the neighborhood. They know that we're up to no good. We're at the house by the cemetery. They don't go in cause it's really scary. The door opens and I head on in. But not a hell now begins. Inside, take a look around. Then we're chased by chuckles of clown. Go up and down the big staircase. A secret panel to another place. I saw a guy wearing a hockey mask. He's carrying a bloody ass. He chases me on down the hall. And blood was dripping from off the wall. Haunted house. All the things I've seen. Haunted house. Being chased by a fiend. Haunted house. I wanted to scream. Haunted house. Hope it's all a dream. Downstairs and they're following me into a room that's full of zombies. They're tearing into all my friends with a snapman and a red. Jumped on my head by chuckles of clown. My knees buckle fall to the ground. And just when things couldn't get any worse, and now they're loading me into the hearse. Haunted house. All the things I see. Haunted house. Being chased by a fiend. Chuckles and Laugh Show, special Halloween edition, and ladies and gentlemen, this is not your normal Halloween edition. Some people would take a show and put it on once during the week, and they call it a Halloween special. Or they would put it on after October, which to me, that is not a Halloween special. That is a Day of the Dead special. Good enough. No, we're not that type. We put Halloween on all month long, ladies
the way
and
it should
gentlemen.
be.
And we celebrated a new episode every weekend, and we don't show the same.
No half step in here.
No, definitely not. And not only that, but we have a special, you might be watching it right now, 1 hour time limit the night before Halloween. So I guess you would say we officially kick off Halloween Evil Clown style.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only from Splatter Disco, Carlos Brown! Yes, Maniac Mike, if you wouldn't mind handing this gentleman his mic.
Absolutely.
And finally, a star fitting to sit beside me. Gentlemen, you are a...
Hurtful.
I'm sorry. You are a star in the making, if you would say. You've been in a couple local productions of horror flicks, which we're all fans of horror movies out here, especially independent ones. The latest one that I was in, the Splatter Disco, you were a squirrel.
This is true. true. I was cast as a furry, but we were later informed kindly by the furry community that I was actually a plushie. But I did spend most of the time in a squirrel suit.
This was an interesting movie. This was an interesting set to be on, first of all. This is the first time I've ever come into Club Decadence. And I'm going to be shooting here. Up until recently, I was very afraid of the club life. Very afraid of the club life. I'm an evil clown. I am a target. So going into this was scary and long ago. It's our friend Tombstone Tony, which you guys know. Tombstone Tony and the Creighton 3! The largest man in entertainment.
It was me that brought you there, remember?
Q&A session's over, Y2, right? You know, this was one of those experiences where I did not know what I was getting myself into. I did not know what the movie was. I did not know what I would be doing. All I was told is, your clown-like is welcome here. So I showed up. Wherever a clown is welcome. And I saw half-naked girls dancing in cages, squirrels doing some really nutty stuff, guys in carpets getting stepped on. That was quite amusing. Hula hoop girls that I haven't seen since the 1950s. They brought that style back. Thank you very much. Now, we all like, never mind, PG-13. PG-13. And then there was this squirrel. And I remember the scene very fondly because it brought the whole place into laughter, like a clown would do. You're going through, pushing everybody, and all of a sudden you hear this loud honk. You had honked my horn. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the first time a male had honked the clown's horn. What was it like?
Pretty sure it's the first time a squirrel honked your horn, too.
No, the squirrels have always been honking my horn since day one. When they put me in the ground, I have a problem with squirrels trying to raid my nut stash, if you know what I mean. If your children get my jokes, that is not my fault. You are perverted adults. Shame on you.
Was this squirrel anything like Secret Squirrel, the cartoon?
I don't know. Was it like Secret Squirrel the cartoon?
I would go out on a limb and say no.
Squirrels do go out on a limb!
Oh, and that pun was not intended.
Yes, I caught it.
No, I do remember that scene very well, actually. It was a very, there's a lot of high energy on that scene, and it was a very serious scene, and I had basically commandeered the entire club at gunpoint. And I was threatening Mr. Trent Haga, who is a great classic actor in the genre. And there's Mr. Chuckles off to my side, and I went to push him aside, and like a goose in heat. And everybody just lost it. I think I had to call for a 5-minute recess at that point. I could not get back into character at all, and it's very hard to stay serious after that.
Now we know why I am not hired onto any other movie sets. They distract the cast. I've often wondered why Scorpion Productions will not hire me back. Now I know why. That, and I did not fit in the nun's outfit very well. Kind of scared the folks. That was a great experience for myself. Being the first time in front of the star-studded lights. I remember there was just one scene at the end. Very, very interesting scene.
When the father got the chance to throw the squirrel in the dumpster.
Again, Y2Ray, the Q&A session's over. Someone please insert the rubber duct tape around his mouth numerous times. And that'll be another movie for Scorpion Productions.
It'll also be another night for our Decadence.
Yes, which by the way, you run Friday Night Decadence, which is 150 Point Street?
150 Point Street in Providence. It's at Club Gallery, and it's every Friday night. So you can always check us out on Facebook, see what's coming up. We have a lot of different themes, a lot of different guests come down, and it's a good time for everybody.
Why am I turning into such a Y2A mark?
Because I've hit you on the head numerous times, and I'm sorry. Very, very sorry for that. But there was this one scene that I do remember, and it was not the pirate throwing the squirrel into the dumpster. However, getting thrown in a dumpster in Providence is very, very hazardous. I have to give that to you. I hope you checked that thing out before you were thrown into there.
Well, actually, we had our light guy, Tom Severinghouse, I was a little nervous, being of the small and frail variety, that things might get broken. So Mr. Severinghouse was in the dumpster waiting for me. Luckily, he missed me entirely on the first toss in, but just having someone there in a dumpster with me took the edge off.
That's right, because he was already rolling in the syringes and the
You're very
diaper
lucky,
side.
sir. You're very lucky you didn't get injured by being tossed in the dumpster. A good friend of mine who I went to school once, later in his adult life, he got into a fight and the other guy threw him into a dumpster, and he ended up being in a neck brace and everything. So I've seen firsthand how these things can be hazardous to a person.
Yeah, very hazardous, especially when a pirate's putting you into the dumpster. Very hazardous indeed. But that was a great scene. But the one that I admired most was at the end with the chainsaw. And the lady whipping that out and seeing the expressions on everybody's face.
It was actually my very good friend, Kristen Cayella. She was a gem to have on the site. She has what we call a chipotle of laughter. So if you ever see her out and about in the town, make her laugh, you won't regret it.
I have to try this. Jen, I'm coming to get you.
Being in the movie business, how do you feel about remakes, reboots, and reimaginings?
You know what? I like the classics. I was very disappointed with the reimagining of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
That was horrible.
It was pretty terrible. I think Hollywood must be officially running out of ideas or something. So for quite some time, I've been more into the independent circuit and more off the beaten track. Every now and then, something good does still come out, but it's rare in this day and age.
I think the last really good one that came out that was an original idea was Jeepers Creepers. And that was the last original movie monster idea that I've seen. Although recently, that movie Priest that just came out, it was a very unique idea off a comic book, but it still is a unique idea to see it portrayed on the movies. Not your typical vampires. And definitely not that Twilight bullshit. If you watch Twilight and think that's a vampire movie, you are in high school. Thank you.
You're making Gannon sad.
I'm sorry, Gannon. Now, if you went to the movie theater again to see that, I won't go there. This is PG-13.
Vampires don't sparkle!
Thank you, Seth Carney.
Are you a fan of the Prancer series by any chance?
That is going so
Jack
far
Dutch.
back in the day. Last time I saw that, I think I was 6 or 7. So I have very vague recollection.
You're making me feel old.
Well, that's because you are. Sorry about that, maniac.
Hurtful.
Say, hey, you know, this shoe fits, wear it. Mine never fits. Size 13.
I ain't done calling him Chuck before. He's obviously a scarecrow.
Who is this Chuck?
This is Scarecrow Man.
You do a scarecrow man.
You guys like fall, right?
I love it. Make him try on a necktie or something. What happened to him? Stand up, fool.
I'm dead.
What do you mean you're dead?
I'm dead.
How can you be dead like you?
Where the heck am I?
Come on, Tata, let's follow the blue brick road. Maybe it'll finally...
What is that in the distance over there?
Look, they're dead.
Why? Who are you and what is that ugly thing there?
I'm Dorothy, and this is Tata, my puppy dog.
Oh,
Isn't he cute?
why are you here?
I'm following the blue brick road.
What purpose does following this wretched blue brick road serve to you?
It goes up to the palace.
The palace? The palace is forbidden. You cannot go to the palace.
But I have to go to the palace to go home.
Oh, no. You cannot go to the palace. The gates are closed.
But I gotta go home.
You are home. What is your name, my dear?
Dorothy.
Welcome home, Dorothy.
I don't
Welcome
want this to be my home.
to the land of Kaz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The great clown wizard sees nobody.
But he's gotta see me. He's gotta.
If I knew that the clown wizard was seeing anybody, which he is not seeing anybody, I would go to try to get my black heart 2 shades pinker.
You want? Yeah, you need a pinker heart. You are pretty black-hearted. You know what?
Scarecrow, I think they call it.
Well, yeah, you are pretty strong. And you have a very cute crow on your head. You're pretty lousy at scaring them.
Yes. So you want to go see the clown wizard?
Yes, please.
I could take you there, Dorothy.
Would you?
I will, but leave in mind that this is not a walk in the park.
Oh, yes, it is.
The Clowns of Kaz is full of witches, which you may have ran into one already. I can see
I got this wicked cute purse.
you have her purse.
It's so cute.
She won't be happy. Trust
Oh,
me.
she was a pushover.
And once her sister finds out, you're on your own.
You gotta watch where you're pointing that thing.
You're right. It's much safer right in here. Yes. Much safer.
I'm getting a little nervous over here.
So you want to follow? I can give you directions to this the land of Kaz. I can make you see the wizard himself.
Well, I'd love
The
to go
clown
see the
wizard.
wizard.
You would you?
Yes. That's why I've just been following this path. I'm assuming it goes somewhere. It has to.
Keep in mind, I am not as brave as this crow in my head. So if those witches appear, I take flight.
Oh, you're a big old coward, aren't you? Just like most men.
This more than cowardly stuff to be aware of on this blue brick road.
It is a little spooky.
That way, Dorothy, we must go.
Okay.
That is one ugly freaking dog.
Tata.
Whoa, back. Let's just go down the path.
You better go in front of me.
Yeah.
Come on, Tata.
Welcome back to the Chuckles and Laughs Show, Halloween edition. Thank you very much. Coming up very shortly, the local haunt scene is one that helps me out a lot. And of course, this is going to be the first time Chuckles is going to be performing down here. Trails to Terror. Let's hear it for us. family members, fellow haunters, welcome to the Chuckles and Laughs Show.
Thank you.
Let's try that again. Mike, welcome to the Chuckles and Laughs Show. We have Storm to the far right. Right, sir, needing no introductions. The mic's right in front of you.
I'm Scary Larry from Trails to Terror.
Yes. Trails to Terror, everybody. Now, you guys, we got the map right here in front of you. You guys are out of Wakefield, Rhode Island. Is the furthest south haunt before you get into Connecticut. Probably one of the youngest haunts in New England, or Rhode Island, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we've been around 15 years.
Not so young then, I'm an idiot.
It's been 10 years that it's been Trails to Terror.
Now you guys have a very unique layout, and by unique I say there's none in Rhode Island that do this. You guys have a hay wagon, and you also have an outdoor adventure where you're walking around.
Walking through the woods, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, that means you have to use your legs to move around in here. A little more interactive, I would say.
Yes, very much interactive. I would say it involves more running than walking.
We enjoy that. Running in the dark is always so much fun. You have, in my mind, one of the best scenes I have ever seen in a local haunt. And I've seen it numerous times in the Providence Journal and everything. That devil scene is freaking awesome. And if you guys haven't been, you need to go this October, and that's when they're going to take into effect and advertise the heck out of your haunt. But that devil, that is awesome. Just walking into that cavern within there, it reminds me of home, and it brings a tear to this evil clown's eye. Tell us more about the Trails to Terror, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, Trails to Terror is rebuilt every year. We've come up with a new theme for every year, so you never know what you're going to expect. This year, Trails to Terror on Delamorte's Haunted Hayride features a story called Freak Street. It's a spine tingling story of two curious teenage girls who go into Freak Street, where all the monsters live, because they think the monsters can only come out at night. But when they don't return, their father goes in to find them. When it gets dark, he gets his butt out of there. So the authorities have organized a search and rescue mission, and that's where you come in. Do you think you'll find the girls all safe and comfy? We don't call this Trails to Rainbows. We call this Trails to Terror. And if you survive the hayride, you get to go through the walkthrough. Just go down this little road to Pritchard's Antique Shop. Go inside, look around, meet Mr. Pritchard, and then run screaming out the back door into the Forest of Fear. Run, rabbit, run.
I love that a lot. Sorry, it made me a little happy there. Although the Trails of Rainbow would definitely scare me from coming down there. Definitely would. Mr. Storm, how long have you gentlemen been in the haunting industry? Yourself?
Myself, this is about my 10th year doing it. Started out at Spooky World when they left Foxborough, moved around. Then I was lucky enough about 6 years ago to find Highland Farms Trails to Terror and meet Scary Larry. Acted my first year, and since then have just been sucked into working on the plots, helping to build the sets, and doing some marketing research with it. Larry, he's got a massive amount of experience in haunting.
I think it's about 30 years now. I'm an old fart.
You make me feel young. I'm only about 230 years old. Some may say a little older. Records weren't written that far back.
So you're a dead evil clown?
I wouldn't call me alive. I don't smell this way for eating beans.
I noticed.
Sorry. Adds to the extra realism. Now, you gentlemen are located in 400, 2, 3, 4. I can't read. You read it. Sorry. Illiterate.
43, the lights are terrible. 4325 Tower Hill Road in Wakefield, Rhode Island. You'll probably know it as Route 1. You pass by it every year on the way to the beach. You have no idea what's going on behind the trees.
And in some towns like P-Town, you don't want to know what's going on behind those trees.
I've been there. The sand dunes too.
We've gone up there trying to relocate some friends with our friendly sharks up there. Now, you guys, 15 years in the making. You ready for a big year?
Very big year. Last year we swung a deal with the Theater by the Sea, and we get all their sets when they're done with them. Last year we got Little Shop of Horrors, a very cool industrial set from the Full Monty, and so far this year we've gotten a castle from Man of La Mancha.
This sounds very, what are the opening hours for those that decide to venture down there?
We open on September 30th. The ticket booth is open from 7 to 10. And we probably open till 11 till midnight, depending on how many people go in, because we stay there until the last victim is through.
Which, if I have it my way, they won't get through. Now, I've noticed, I can't say how much this place is because we get sued immensely. And then I will be working with you full-time, and you'll regret that. I've noticed by looking at this brochure, which if you guys go online and check it out, you guys are actually one of the least expensive haunts in Rhode Island.
And yes, I think maybe Storm can talk to that.
Sure. One of the endeavors the owners with Highland Farms work with us is to keep the prices down. Sometimes there are even special nights to work with that. They can be found on our website, trailsofterror.com. But, you know, part of it is a business, but it's also a community family event. There are charity groups that we'll work with throughout the season. And, you know, as much as we enjoy scaring everybody who comes through, it's a lot of fun to see families who've been coming year after year to see each new set, each new scene.